Hello, today I am going to show you how we can create agent in UiPath. So we need to navigate on the cloud.uipath.com. Okay, and here if you will see an agent section is available, you need to click on it. Once you will click on it, so it's asking build your agent now. Okay, so if you want to build your agent, you need to click on it. Here you can see two type of agents are available. One is the autonomous, okay, and the second is the conversational. So this is right now in the preview. Okay, so autonomous is basically create an agent that act independently to complete a given task. So that is something we are calling an agent, autonomous agent. And here you can provide an initial description like what your agent should be capable of doing. Okay, so right now what I'm doing, I'm just thinking to create an agent who can screen the candidate resume on basis of the available job description. Okay, so let me write it. Okay, so I just write down a small information. My agent should capable of screening the candidate's resume on basis of available job description. And now I need to click on the generate agent. So with the help of autopilot, the further thing we will do. Okay, so what it's doing in the autopilot here, it is providing the necessary suggestion to us. Okay, that we need to review, and if we satisfy we need to accept it and we need to continue, otherwise we can also modify this manually. Okay, so here is the system prompt. So let me first show you what are the information available here. So one is the system prompt is there. Okay, the other is the user prompt. So what the system and the user prompt, system prompt is basically purpose of this is the defining an agent specific role, goals, rule and the operational constraint. Okay, we need to provide the clear guidelines for like what is the behavior of this, in our case this screening tool, the screening agent which we are creating, what type of behavior we require for that. Okay, the actions to take or which it don't do not require. Okay, we need to avoid that, all information we need to provide here in the system prompt. And the second is the user prompt. So define your task and provide necessary details for the agent to accomplish your goal. Okay, the third one is the tool. Let's click on the tool, we will see the information available. So you can see here the multiple activities are available, these are the GenAI activities. Okay, so you can understand this tool is capable of utilizing those activities. Okay, the RPA workflows, if we create some workflow and publish this on the orchestrator, so this tool will be able to utilize that. Okay, the API workflow, and even if the similar type of agent we create somewhere, some other agent we will create, it is also able to utilize that. Okay, any type of activity we require, not on, it's not only limited to the Gen AI activities, any type of activity we need to be used, that is also possible here to use. So you understand what is the tool here. We are calling these things as a tool because here for this agent this is the tool because it is utilizing this. Okay, next is the context. Add context the agent can query. Okay, so if you will click on the context here, so if suppose we create some indexes, okay, and then it is able to utilize them. Okay, suppose we created an storage, in the storage bucket we created some bucket. Okay, and we created an index there. okay, if our agent used to want to use that context, okay, so that we need to provide here. And the last one is the escalation. Escalate to an assigned person before the agent takes an important action. So what is there? In case suppose something which this agent is not capable of doing, okay, and if you want in some specific scenario, this should be this should be forward to the unhuman person, okay. So for that you need to set the escalation here. So these are the high level information. And apart from this, here you can see the agent setting, okay. So multiple models are available here, okay. Right now I'm on the community so single GPT-4 model I'm able to see, but if you will go to the enterprise, okay, the GPT, the Gemini and the other models is also available. And also you can utilize their custom model. If you are capable of creating your custom model, you have fine-tuned that, you can also utilize there. The next is the temperature. Temperature is what? You can see the minimum is the precise, and if I will just keep doing this, it is going up to 1. And the creative. So basically, if you want how much your agent as a creative, okay, if you want that your agent will work just on the information, the rules, the steps you provided, you need to keep this temperature as low as possible, so to keep it the precise. And if you want that it should be a little bit creative also, like even you have not mentioned some steps, so it should able to answer that according to it. So then you need to set the temperature. This is basically depending on the different use cases or the solution you are creating, okay. But when it comes to the our solution, like we need to create an HR agent, okay, screening agent, candidates screening agent. So it should be very precise, like it cannot just think itself ki okay I will do. Basically whatever the steps we have provided, on the basis of that, whatever the tools we have provided, on the basis of that it need to work, okay. So let's move back to the autopilot, okay. And here you can see the system prompt suggestion it's giving. You are an AI assistant specializing in the resume screening, okay. Your task is to evaluate the candidate resume against the provided job description, and these are the things it will do. Analyze both resume description carefully, look for the match skill, experience, qualification, candidates overall fit for the position, okay. Numerical score it will also provide between 0 to 100, that is something it will do, okay. So for now it looks fine because we are just creating the initial level of the agent. So I'm doing the accept suggestion. The next is the user prompt is also available. So here if you will see, this is the user prompt. So it is providing the information which require it to process, like what are the input argument and what are the information exactly. So please screen the following candidate against the provided JD. So resume, so what is this resume? You can see it in the curly double braces, double curly braces. Job description is also here. So let me show you. I will show you. Basically, these are the arguments which this autopilot is suggesting, okay. This will come here. If you will observe here, when we will click on this will be available here, okay. So resume will come from the resume text, resume input argument. The same way the job description also, it will provide the overall score, a brief explanation, okay, what matches, what mismatches, and the recommended for the interview, okay. The format of the response will be in this way: score, your score, explanation, and recommendation, okay. The score, explanation, and the recommendation. Let me accept it. The last one is the argument, okay, the argument. So here you can see the resume, okay. The same thing I was telling, these are the input argument. Resume, job description is available. So if in case you need to utilize any of the input argument, this is the way you need to write down here. You need to write down it in the double curly braces, okay. And let's check the output also. So this is the output, okay. Here you can see what it providing. The This is basically the type is available here, and also the description. Okay, that is also available here. A brief explanation of the scoring, highlighting that all information is available here. Okay, so let me accept this also. uh, yeah, now it's okay. Okay, so basically somehow the format is not coming here properly, like generally it is coming in the same way, input argument. Okay, and but you can understand the information which I'm providing to here, right? So let's move. What is doing next? Tools. We don't require any tools, like we are directly reading from the input argument the resume, and as an input as the job description also. The next is the context search. We don't require right now this. I will, but if we require, we can create here. Like I told you, we need to, suppose we have some documents related to the job description. What is happening sometime, in case the suppose some not given the complete JD for the UI path. Okay, so it can utilize that context. Okay, so if you need to provide, you can provide that into the context. You can create an index and provide that information, add that as a context here. Okay, so that is all. Yeah, so we have two input argument and the output information available here. We created the system prompt, we created the user prompt. Okay, so that's all. Now we need to run it. Okay, so what I need to do, I just need to click on the debug here, and you can see it's asking for the resume and the job description here. So let me write down the job description and the resume. So I just have the resume available in a text format. Okay, I'm providing my resume here, and the job description. Okay, I also have the job description available. What I did, I just copied a job description. I created a job description into the chatbot, chat GPT, and here I'm copy pasting it. Okay, so I'm providing this job description here, and let it run. So if you will see here, you can see right now what it's doing. This is also made a call with the GPT-4. Oh, okay. So the output has been generated. So this is the output here. You can see one from the first information is a resume. Okay, which we provided as an input. Let me go to the output. Output. So this is matching the 95%. Okay, explanation is it's also providing the Ashok Yadav's resume demonstrates a strong match with the job description for the RPA position. Okay, he have the 7 year of the experience in the IT and the more than 3 years specifically in the UiPath development. Okay, meeting the experience and the requirement. Okay, so it providing the summary here and also the recommendation. Okay, that is something it's providing. So if you need to modify this, see, this is completely depends on what type of information, what type of output we require. Okay, in case we want that it provides some also some more information, like if we want that some checkpoints it will create, like on the basis of the skill or on the basis of the uh, certification or the qualification. Okay, or the domains on which the person has been worked so far. So that all information we need to write down into the prompt, and accordingly the output we need to modify. Okay, so to create to to create the input and the output argument, or if we need to modify, there are two ways. One thing is we can directly do into the add property. Okay, and there is a one other smart way is also there. You can directly tell the autopilot, okay, you require an input argument which should be into the number format or in the string format. Okay, so it is also capable of doing that. Thank you for watching.